Attention, 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 attention. Hi, pretty brown eyes. You know I need you, pretty brown eyes, pretty brown eyes. Hi, Joy. Hi, pretty brown eyes. How's it going? Let's get the word in off the curb today. And before I get started, I would think that we should have a disclaimer. And my disclaimer for today's broadcast of 20 minutes of information off of the curb today is I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm finna tell it like I see it. But we'll wait. Let's give it about 2 minutes, y'all. 2 minutes. My clock is going to set for no longer than 20 minutes. I got to go. I actually think that I should have done this one like on a real live. Like, I should have done this on a live for real, right? I need the bunny for this one. I definitely need the bunny. Boy, I should have waited. I should have did the bunny. It's funny. This is a very expensive case right here. This shit is expensive, boy. I can't. Oh, I said 2 minutes then. We got about 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute and 30 seconds, though. How y'all doing today? Thumping Thursday, boy. This is some thumping Thursday. Oh. How you doing, TJ? What's going on? What's going on, TJ? How you feeling? How's your day? Okay, we got about 30 seconds. I need to turn my replay off until I'm finished with the live. Then people can go back and catch the replay. I should be selfish. But, did y'all see? And Pretty, I know that you are or entertainee for Sylvia, right? But I got a question. Because I am so curious about how much has it cost Sylvia now in these plane flights, girl. How much is it costing in these plane flights for this case? And then I'm like, okay, is this really about Hollywood, or is this about addressing the city or the state, whichever one, right, to recant what they charged her for and expunge this off of her record, like no arrest record. You girl, let me tell you, Hollywood is over there like a whole a clone Jaguar. I ain't gonna lie, Hollywood over there. I was like, this girl act just like Jaguar, right? Like seriously. I'm like, okay, let me see. And I just stumbled across it. Here, she's the only one. Let me see what she got to say. I caught Sylvia a little stuff with her riding into town, right? But Angie, I don't care. Hollywood was on today like a Jaguar right number 2. And that's the way I see it, in my opinion. You got Hollywood saying, F that ticket. Every time something come up, Hollywood, instead of her catching a flight to Chicago, she catch a flight further away from Chicago. So if them boys shows up, she ain't at her destination at all. No, y'all. Hollywood be expressing her goddamn plane tickets, boy. I guess next she gonna be heading her ass over to Canada. I'm like, what Where the fuck is your run? Where the fuck is Hollywood running to? For real, y'all. For real, for real. Where is Hollywood? Say, oh shit. Here goes Sylvia with the bullshit again. Let me go on and book me a ticket over to New York. I don't know where she going after the next court date. Might be Canada. I don't know. Dominicans, Hollywood be Hollywood and Sylvia must have them frequent motherfucking flyer miles. Goddamn, cause them the only two pretty much flying the fuck around the United States when it comes to court. I'm like, what type of shit is this? Now dig this shit though, y'all. This is the word on the curve, right? Somebody about to tell me why is Sylvia got an entourage of security, like YouTube security for real. they they is on the way. The Captain Save a freaking niggas is on the way. I'm like, what in the type of bullshit is this? And I don't care what nobody say, because that's some complete bullshit. Now, Hollywood came back with her notations, right? Because she must have captioned it that Sylvia is rolling in with some security. And I mean, they coming from all over the states, y'all. They come Alabama, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Washington, they rolling up. Now, you have to think like a crazy person, right? And it's sad to say, you got Hollywood captioning this shit. Now, Hollywood, in my opinion, y'all giving her a few bit of grounds, to have a defense in the court of law. I'm just saying. And she said she took a ticket and hopscotched her ass all the way over to New York. Now, if y'all end up with some shit about she feared for her damn life and Sylvia blow her case, then that's on Sylvia. I'm just saying. Because some shit can play out like that. This like a cat and mouse goddamn game. This a cat and mouse damn game. This shit crazy as hell. Now, Hollywood, she's saying that it was something about, with Sylvia case with I declare and decree and declare. And I'm like, is she rebuking or whatever? I don't know who's right or who's wrong in this bullshit ass case. And because to me, I'm gonna tell you this. The courts definitely would have had to bring that shit to me. We gonna zoom this shit. We gonna zoom it. And I'm finna be flying all around knowing that your opponent ain't gonna show the hell up. She got other plans when it's time to go to court. She got other plans. So you know what? I'm sorry. Set up the goddamn Zoom. Because that's the only way I'm going to be trying to do my case. Other than that, to save some money. Now, Hollywood comes back to say, and I don't know how true this is, that if the pressure gets a little too hot and she got to go hide out in Jamaica, allegedly, that she just might come back out here with some information about how much, this attorney may have cost. Now, she's predicting that an attorney for the type of case that her and Hollywood, Sylvia and Hollywood is going through, that it should not cost no $5,000 for an attorney. Well, that's soon to be determined, depending if Hollywood makes it back over to Alabama to report the goddamn information on how much it costs for an attorney. I don't know. I'm just dropping y'all the word on the curve for today with a little bit of curviness to it. Okay? So, Kim say is dropped. Is dropped. Well, here's the thing with that. Because this is a funny ass, interesting case right here. I just might have to go pull the goddamn transcript on this one here. Long as it's not over $100. Cause I wants to see. This is some funny shit right here. Now, I get it that, Sylvia, in her eyes, she was done wrong. So then Hollywood thought that she was, thinking she's done wrong. Okay? So I don't know who slapped who and who agitated who to slap who and where they met up, or somebody ran to the other corner or whatever. However, Sylvia Tsumi was, charged with, some charges, and was placed in holding for some hours with her picture being taken and a fingerprint. So I'm like, okay, is Sylvia leaning towards, just issuing paperwork to the city to, clean up her name, take my, expunge this stuff out my file, what's going on or whatever. So Joy says she hopes that Sylvia sue the heck out of her. Well, they first got to catch her, Joy. That goddamn girl is on the run. Now, Hollywood allegedly must have received some type of traffic ticket, right? Traffic ticket that unfortunately seems to appear that she doesn't want to pay. I don't understand it. Normally when you get a traffic ticket, they have your date and let me tell y'all, did she put a white lady, the clerk or whatever, of course, on the line? She called the lady. She did one of them book 'em shit things, right? She called the lady, one alcohol, Hollywood, because that's just Hollywood, right? Laughing and everything about, oh, am I going to jail about the warrant. Now, the most embarrassing thing to hear on that part is the lady said, yes, there is a warrant. Yes, you have a fine. Yes, a failure to appear in court. So she didn't take that serious any damn way. Hollywood deliberately blew off a traffic stop ticket. A traffic stop ticket that if you show up on the day, if you want to contest it, and you show up on the day, appear in there and explain to this judge, what had done happened. Sometimes you come across a judge that will say, you know what, we're going to throw this out, just don't do X, Y, and Z again, right? But unfortunately, Hollywood took the crazy route around it. She chose Route 66, right? She chose is to continue to buy airline flights to fly around the United States of America to dodge out $1,000 ticket, which is $100 payable to the courts. So she went on to do her mockery Hollywood show. Well, am I going to go to jail because these people are after me out here? She's scared to show up, and she doesn't want to get arrested. She doesn't want her mugshot taken and all of this stuff right now. Here's the thing with me. We have a professional lady who was hired to do we have a lady on the phone who was hired to do a professional job, right? But yet then, the lady who is hired to do a professional job, which is receive calls, answer questions to the best of her ability, being probably been through the whole paralegal, class and whatever, so she knows how to respond with it. But she allowed herself to sit on the phone to be made mockery of. Like you call my business. If it ain't about what you really calling for, you want to play these games, you're going to hear a silent, you're going to hear the dial tone. Beep. Leave a message after beep. Obviously, this lady on the phone who was hired to do a professional job allowed herself to get entrapped into a mockery whole show on YouTube. Okay? And I'm sure she probably didn't know. But Hollywood, like I say, is traveling the world right now because the $100 ticket means absolutely nothing to her, and it is on probably a mark that will assumingly be on her driver's license if she has any. Boy, we just got all kind of badass people. That people don't want to do right. People don't want to do right. Don't want to do right at all. Now, when it comes to Sylvia, hopefully all of her I's are dotted and her T's are crossed, and she did, said that, she was almost at her amount that she needed to pay the attorney for this particular case. So I hope that that was the case, and everybody that chipped in absolutely chipped in to help Sylvia obtain her $5,000 retainer fee for her attorney to do her job. But now we just got more news on the curb that the case was dropped. Yeah, she's threatening and doing that. I'm just completely lost again with the fact that you're just going to court. And I get it that Sylvia life has had multiple threats, against her while she's traveling in and out of courtrooms. I get that. But I'm just saying, like, ooh, okay, it's going to kind of make it look like, Sylvia might have a whole enterprise or something. Like, I think that was something, in my opinion, should have been held seclusive. Like, ooh, okay, you don't want to tell that, because people can take what you're doing and really turn it against you so quick and so fast. But whatever, safe travels to those people, whatever. But I had to drop that on y'all today, because this stuff is crazy. Hey, stand up. This stuff is crazy. I'm just saying, Pootie Cat. Pootie Cat. I thought I saw a Pootie Cat. Who would have ever known? Who would have ever known? But, like I say, I just may have to, if neither one of them show what happened in court or whatever. I don't know. Oh, Pap may want to look at this one here. I got to see what was said in courtroom on this one here. This is some funny shit here. And it's funny to me. It's funny. It is. I don't know. I don't know which would have been the best way to handle it. But I do know that after, we keep extending this and resetting the clock, at some point, hit me up on Zoom, man. Hit me up on Zoom. Because somewhere in my life, I'm a little bit too busy to be running back and forth on these airline flights and all that stuff. Let me know when y'all ready. Let me know. You say, no, she already paid that money, so she got money to get her record expunged. That's what I'm clarifying, TJ. Is this, to get it expunged through the courts. That's all. Hey, do what they do, baby. Do what they do out here. So, but like I say, hopefully it's for that reason, because Hollywood is digging something up from up her sleeve now. That's all. Yeah. No, Hollywood said she took a trip over to New York, girl. She said something about she got some loose coochie and she was going to get some diggly wiggly or some shit. She had more better things to do. That's what Hollywood said. She was out of here. Out of here. So she asked the clerk lady, well, if I show up, are you guys like, am I going to be arrested or this or that? Like, well, I don't know. You kind of have to show up. A judge can react to any situation unexpectedly, especially if there is a notation in the record saying that failure to appear. Failure to appear on the first court appearance. Now, I don't know, Hollywood. I think that you should have asked that clerk if there's a probability of that judge revoking what that first fine is for that ticket. Because that judge, you might get a judge that got his drawers in the crack of his ass or didn't have his coffee that day. I'm just saying, Hollywood. And then after that, he gonna say, listen to you, and you finna bring some smart addict shit about how you was flying over to the Dominican to see a man with a dick. You finna tell that to the judge, because that's just your persona. You gonna do that, and the judge gonna be like, huh? Like, what? When, like how and where. And then you know what he gonna do, Hollywood, because of the mockery. Oh, in Hollywood, God forbid if that clerk and that, because everything is recorded through the clerk's office, right? That stuff recorded. Girl, if the clerk, they end up saying that, oh, yeah, she called in this day and was talking to the, and then the judge ordered for that tape to come to him, and he hear what you were saying on there playing with official, whatever she was, paralegal or a clerk or whatever at the courthouse. Girl, the judge might be like, I'll be right back in a minute. Let me look over some things. He gonna come back, girl, and that judge will be in all its right to up your ticket from $100, girl, to damn near probably 2,000. Then you're gonna have to pay that $1,000 on a little ticket that you could have held off traveling, getting some diggly wiggly, and went on down there and paid them. You could mail that damn money in. Hollywood, you should have said just guilty and mailed the damn money in. That's you could have done that. But baby, I don't know. But guess who's out here looking and wanting to see the end results to this? Well, cause y'all this shit funny here. Like what the fuck? And since Trent still got my pictures up on his thumbnail, right? I guess he had to shut down the whole commissioner car lot to go travel all the way to Chicago. Ain't no car selling today. Oh shit. This nigga done shut down the whole lot. It probably wasn't number 2 cars on there to sell any damn way. Who gives a fuck? Oh, jeez. Oh, boy, that was funny. Anyways, but, so, yeah, that's what you have for today, y'all. But you know what? At the end of the day, the truth is always in the paperwork. It's always in the paperwork. It's obvious that, Hollywood is not planning on making it to court for the traffic ticket. You know what, Lady Earth, I almost said, who gives a fuck? I almost said it, girl. I did. I almost said that. Don't know, don't care. I just had to make a whole little joke about it, girl, because I felt like it. Who gives a fuck where that nigga going? Hey, high maintenance. Hey, high maintenance. A blessed day to you too, sweetheart. I don't know, y'all. And most of y'all, congregate with Sylvia and everything. Do y'all think that they should have dropped the case? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Where is oh, my screen is frozen. Oh, there we go. Yeah, do y'all think that they should have dropped that case, or do you think that Sylvia should have, won the case so that it can be set up for Hill says, I just saw your comment here. You thought the same thing. Where is the 5150? 5150. I'm just saying though, do you think that Sylvia case should have been dropped? Because had it not been dropped, it would have perfectly set the next stage for her to have a civil suit. I don't know if, I ain't no attorney, she's going to be bringing this back in a civil suit to sue who? So if Chicago decide to not expunge what Sylvia wants to be expunged, could there be a civil suit there? Wouldn't Sylvia have to go and take the state to court to win against them that she was wrongfully arrested in order to have her next stage set up to have her record Expunge? Well, I guess that means that if it was dropped in Sylvia's favor, if the case, wait a minute, who was the case? Who favored Kim? Who favor did they drop the charges for? Who favored? What side was it on? Did they drop it on behalf of who? Sylvia, or it got dismissed on behalf of Hollywood? See, that's why I want to see the paperwork. I want to see the paperwork on that one. So, Jason, I don't know why you always pull up after 2 weeks ago a session that the community done been through. We done been through. Where were you, Jason, when all these channels were doing the BOP? Was your phone off? What happened? I'm like, how you are not keeping up with the weekly discussions, Jason? How? I think we off the BOP now. We on to the Hollywood and Sylvia court case. Why you always late to the party? The party of the BOP is over. The bar has closed. Okay, you say go listen to Sylvia's live. I'm gonna listen to Sylvia live, but I'm gonna tell you, Kim, I'm gonna read the paperwork. It ain't nobody coming out here to put that paperwork up. I'm reading the paperwork. That's 100, Kim. I'm reading that paperwork. I'm reading the paperwork. I am going to read that. I'm going to retrieve it. I'm gonna listen to Sylvia. You say you think that it was in Sylvia's favor to have the case drop, or did the city drop the case? Because why would they drop it in Sylvia's favor? Well, like what? Sylvia walked in there and said that she would like all... Oh, okay, I got what you're saying, TJ. Sylvia went in to say she would like all of the charges removed from her, right? Hey, Bobby. That she would like all of the charges that the city applied to her dispose of. Yeah, I see, lady. But Jason be almost 2 weeks behind. Look at him. Why R. Kelly girlfriend fight? bless his heart. Bless Jason heart. Jason be like, y'all know what? Y'all moving too fast on these weekly topics out here. God darn it. You say you know that the accuser was not there. She said it herself though, Esther. She said she took her a Spirit flight right on over to New York. Right to New York. I said, well, I be damned. Why they ain't put no warrant on her to show up? And Hollywood made sure though, Esther, because she called and she's like, well, if I'm in this jurisdiction, can they arrest me over here? See, she already a step ahead finding out what they can and cannot do to her. Girl, yeah, she's Spirit on over there. She's Spirit right on over to... Angie, you bad. You are bad. Bad girl. Oh, the city dropped it because Hollywood didn't show up. So now the next step for Sylvia is having herself prepared financially to drop the money because an attorney has to write all that stuff up to get the stuff expunged. You know, that's got to go through them, and then so they can go into the system and hit that escape button, you know, and get it all out of there. So, yeah. So, hopefully Sylvia will, get what she wants with her attorney, with having that charge expunged or disposed on her record off of her name. You say you can't have a trial if the witness bringing the charges doesn't show up. That's absolutely true. That I 1,000 agree with you. That's why her ass was online talking about she is in New York. So Hollywood should say it's over with. The courts favored Sylvia because I went to New York. I did not show up. That's all she had to say. But this is, I think, her second time. Didn't Sylvia say she didn't show up the first damn time? You gotta know that girl wasn't gonna freaking show up. So at some freaking point, I would have had my letter written in to the judge and my attorney, because I'm paying my attorney. My attorney, fly your butt down there. I ain't finna keep flying in and out of Chicago, and this girl do not show up for court. See, an attorney can stand there for you. Jason, they looking for the BOP officers. Let us know when you find them, because everybody else looking for them. Maybe you can find them. You say that she is going to have to pay Sylvia attorney fees, flight, and so on. Has she been awarded? Sylvia's been awarded this civil case. There's been a civil case already. The case was dismissed. I guess Sylvia is going to ask for the courts to, her attorney will ask for the courts to have her pay for that. And hell, Hollywood probably going to file a Chapter 7 tomorrow. So Hollywood say, I ain't doing shit. Nothing. That's what I think. Ooh, my soda's so good today. You say, when she had no money, she could pay nothing. Now it's funny how in her country it's all about money. Oh, ooh, what's going on, Kimberly Black? She is gonna sue her. You mean to tell me that I just gotta ask Joy that Sylvia is gonna pay this money to an attorney, to someone, knowing that this person is not gonna show up? I don't know, because it's just something that's usually privately done, right? Have the attorney even pulled Hollywood assets? What the hell? I ain't spending no money. I have to keep it real, Joy, on no damn attorney unless my attorney knows for a fact what my opponent's assets are. Is it worth it? Now, I'll pay my attorney that retainer fee to look inside to find out if this is worth suing, right? What if you got a whole attorney that's gonna charge you 10 to 20,000, and knowing that this person, what you concur to? What do you concur to, Dom? Tell me what you concur to. Because y'all seem to think that the court is just that damn loose like that, and that the system just works that easy like that. And it doesn't. I just don't. Well, TJ, that's a whole nother thing. I know somebody too that, having something simple like that to be expunged. I know that prices can be, a little bit cheaper, or some of them may be a little bit expensive. But I'll try to see what Dom concurred to. You say you're not sure if she gonna look into it first. That's what I would do, though, Joy. I ain't paying no attorney all this amount of money to find out that this person has absolutely nothing to sue for. Who finna do that? And so the attorney will eventually win. The attorney still is going to walk away with their check, and then you got people, someone of interest will come back and be like, fuck that, I'm about to file bankruptcy. And then now what? You say you concur to suing Sponge. For defamation. For defamation. Okay, I done watched a whole lot of Judge Matthews shows on defamation of character. Defamation of character ain't always about, she called me a bitch on Sunday morning. Defamation of character is not about, it's not about that though, Dom. However, if Sylvia can prove that Hollywood told something that was absolutely true about Sylvia, then that would be defamation of character. If Sylvia is going to court, in my opinion, to say that Hollywood did defamation of character and none of it was true, There's a thin line of calling defamation of character. It has to be true. It has to be true. What Hollywood is saying has to be true for Sylvia to file a defamation of character. In other words, it aligns with the fact that she put out her, her personal business, or, it got to go like that. Oh, now you're going to perjury and false. Oh, Sylvia says false imprisonment. But that right there is directed towards the city, not Hollywood. Not Hollywood. And that's what I was just saying. Is Sylvia in the process of going after the city for false imprisonment under false allegations, and they arrested her under those false pretense? Then that is directed towards the city. But the defamation of character, yeah, you're gonna have to come pretty hard with that, because Sylvia's gonna have to say, that everything that Hollywood has said about her is facts. That Sylvia is ugly. Well, is Sylvia gonna go into the courtroom and tell Judge Mathis, you know what? That's facts. That's facts. So I'm gonna sue. Really? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yes, they should have. If, like I said, if Sylvia is going solely after the city for their false imprisonment on false allegations on the pretense of falsely arresting her about, that's a whole different damn ball game. That's a whole different ball game. So, in other words, if the case was dropped, it's kind of got a sense that Hollywood can pretty much fly Spirit all the hell she wants to right now. Because that situation is just a failure to appear, which I don't know why she's talking about a traffic ticket as if that was the reason why she missed her day in court with Sylvia today. But that was just a underlay for the overplay. She talked about a goddamn traffic ticket to align that with why, she didn't show up to appear in court. I thought that was some goofy shit, but it is what it is. Instead of her just saying, shit, I spirit my ass to New York, I ain't going to court or nothing. Defamation is the action of damaging the good, the reputation, slander, or libel, but it has to be factual. It has to be in the court of law. You have to think of it as in the court. Think of it as God, it's okay. It has to be like reverse, right? Yes, she said some things and talked about Sylvia. Yes, she called her a bitch. Yes, she says, oh, you got big feet. Yes, she says, oh, you a liar. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to say this. It's not too many people win in the court of law because another person that stood out here and called you ugly or a liar or you broke or your dog got 3 legs. I'm just saying. It ruined her reputation. How? Sylvia is still active online. Sylvia ain't hiding up under a branch. Sylvia is not out here where it hurt her income. They're gonna put all of that into play. I'm just hypothetically speaking. Sylvia will have to show how did it damage her. How did someone calling you a bee or ugly or one-toothed, how did it damage her? What did it take away from her life to be incapacitated to continue on with life? How is Sylvia going to prove that in the court of law? Because she was slandered. I agree. She was talked about. I agree. She was allegedly, I don't know, I wasn't there, assaulted. I agree. I agree. But the question is, how do you prove this to the level that, and I'm glad that she has lawyered up. I'm glad that she has lawyered up. But how? I'm just saying. How? Do y'all know how many people would be in court if it was that freaking easy, though? I'm finna go to court. Trent talked about me yesterday. He slandered me. He called me all kind of names, said I was on dope, said I was this. So yeah, I could but you know what? Let me retract, giving y'all the benefit of the doubt, right? Because I remember a show where I don't want to call him gay, but he was kind of, he was a gay guy. And he was talking about how he was going through it because somebody was online saying a whole bunch of things, this or that about him. I remember that show, right? And he was going back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. And you know what he got out of that show? And this man was so disappointed because of all the money that he was spending to guarantee him a position of winning because of defamation of character, right? You know what they did? They just gagged ordered. That they gagged ordered the person who was targeting him, and they gagged order him. So not they didn't award him no $30,000, no $50,000. Had that man had a big business, or something that depleted this person financially, then of course you can put that in your paperwork. Well, I lost, $30,000. People detoured away from me because of this. It's all I'm saying. Everything that you bring up in there, you're gonna have to try to bring, your evidence, I guess, to it. You say it's not about calling her names. I am missing the whole point. You're telling me, you're saying that it's a defamation and slander. Would that be that she filed a false report and accused of her battery that damages her reputation? Okay. So if Hollywood went and filed this false report, then it should be some consequences coming from the city versus Hollywood. Where is still the argument at? It's still, now this is problematic with the city versus Hollywood. Their job is to go and arrest Hollywood. Sylvia has two different occasions going on, in my opinion. Neither one of them, because this is her life and how she chooses to go after this, is wrong. This is what she sees is right. Shout out to her. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. I'm just saying that this is going to be it's a long process when you talk about defamation. It's so much sub chapters and this or this or that up under defamation and slander, and now that Tia, you're talking about, no, I'm not getting the point when you just sat here and said that Hollywood filed a false report. She filed the false report within the district of Illinois. So once Sylvia, like, she just went to court and the court favored for her and they dropped it, now it's, do they choose to go and put the consequences on Hollywood? That there will have absolutely nothing to do with Sylvia anymore. Nothing. That's up to them. What does that have to do with Sylvia? The only thing that Sylvia, like you guys are saying, that can happen now with moving forward is to bring her charges up against the city of Chicago for falsely imprisonment against her. The slander and the defamation or whatever, I think, in my opinion, that just may be a little bit of overreach, because, again, what did she do with all of those words that she was doing? Tear down Sylvia's financial well-being, Sylvia's health, or Sylvia, anything. And Sylvia's just going to have to be able to prove that did it mess up her money? Did she lose some important clients? And you have to be ready to insert all of that in there. She has a record now of an arrest. And that there, Sylvia made us all aware of that. That is exactly where the money should be going towards to right now. Is getting the city to expunge and clean and clear her name up under the pretense of false imprisonment. But when you're reaching again, I'm going to say it, all that far for the defamation of character suit or because she called me this or she did that, you better be ready to explain to the courts how did it damage you. Sylvia gonna have to go to the doctor. Sylvia gonna have to need some medication. It caused me to be on this, or I'm starting to have pain in my toe. Sylvia better have some bag up on it. That's all I'm saying. They don't just give away money in court because of feelings. They don't. Now, with Hollywood playing the cat and mouse game with the court system, that's the court's problem. That's the court's problem. They're the ones that's going to have to issue a warrant because, oh, you think that we playing with you. That's between them. Not Sylvia. Technically, she doesn't have to show up all because it's a court date with Sylvia. No. Let her burn her own britches. Sylvia could be done with that. I'm done with that. Moving on to the next chapter. This false imprisonment. I want it erased. I want it disposed. I want it gone. So I'm willing, like I say, I want to see how it plays out. And I ain't shitting on nobody. Nobody. I wish Sylvia would win her case. Because there's no way that she should have been downtown Chicago with a story about somebody slapped somebody off of just going to do journalist work. All because of somebody lost a seat or could get in line in time on this case to go see, to take notes for R. Kelly. Because really, according to what went down, that's kind of where it all stemmed from. All behind this Byron, what's his name? Dennis Byron guy giving up a seat in a special privileges, or this person got in and this person got in. I agree, Sylvia caught hell. But at the same time, Sylvia can't just sue for the pencils and the pens and the papers. The court just don't work like that. They put her mugshot on the shade room. Sue the shade room. Send a cease and desist and ask the shade room to take it down. Do that. You says that it occurs when someone's reputation and integrity are tarnished or damaged because of malicious intent. And Lady Sunshine, I ask you again, what is it that Sylvia is inoperable doing? Her show is still running. She is still driving around. She is still monetized on her channel. What has it done? How did it incapacitate her? How? And all I'm saying that if it did, that Sylvia is going to have to be ready to run those incapacitated, documented situations to win in a courtroom. She's got to bring the paperwork. Did it cause her headaches? She's go to the doctor. Tell the doctor that you are suffering from X, Y, and Z. That's going to have leverage on her case. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that she don't have one. What I'm saying is what will help it to. What are you going to do? Walk up in the courtroom and say, oh, well, yeah, I lost about 800 a month on my channel. I got about 3,000 people that don't mess with me. I can't drive my car anymore because I'm afraid that people are still what? So she just has to have some way of making sure. Well, ain't no need of me talking because Sylvia got her attorney that should be, that knows all of this stuff. That's all. You also have to recognize attorneys that just want to check too. Because they smile in your face real good too. Federico, what's going on in the chat? Josetta, what's going on? Yep. That's what's up, Juicy Love. That's all I'm saying. But I just have my opinions and my laughter on the show. And at the end of the day, one thing to be blessed and grateful about is that Sylvia is not hurt. Sylvia is still alive and kicking, and that comes above everything. Every single thing, the lawsuits, the defamation, and all of that stuff, is that she's still here. That girl did not take her life or none of that stuff, because then it'll be it'd be a different situation. So, but exactly, Petey. The justice system is so screwed up, and you never know who favor is going to sway. You don't know which way they're going to sway. You never know. But one thing you can do, Petey, is be damn well prepared for it. That's it. So if Sylvia, attorney, has not had her, like Dom says, she could be possibly looking into defamation and slander and all of the other things that what's the other lady has said, lady was saying, right? Tarnished, damaged, integrity. How do you even prove? How do you go to court, lady, and prove to a judge that it hurt her integrity? I wish I could be on my line, because I really want to hear, how do you go to court to prove that someone damaged your integrity when integrity is something that is within? Integrity. Okay, I was confused on that one. She pressed charges on Sylvia as well, and that caused the arrest. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Sylvia has been handling it. All I'm saying, that sometimes a far reach may not end up with the results that you are reaching for. I think that Sylvia tactic with going at the city itself right now and having her name cleared under false imprisonment is worth every dime that she is choosing to pour into it. I do not agree with pouring all of her money into filing the defamation lawsuit against Hollywood, because Sylvia will definitely have to go to the extreme of how she is in the position that she is in. What caused it? Now show us how it has hurt you. They're going to want to see her financial status. They want to see if Sylvia is incapacitated from her picture being posted up on Shade Room. They want to know all of that. They're going to want to know all of that. So, again, I'm all for it, because I'm over my 20 minutes of Sylvia reaching beyond the stars to erase her name, to go after the city and have them rectify a situation that should have never been there. I'm all for it. What's up, Il? Pour your money into that one. Definitely. Because your name do mean something to you. False imprisonment is a total different ball game compared to a defamation of character. How did it hurt you? How did it hurt you? And that's the question that I'm going to leave right there. Is Sylvia prepared to prove in various areas, health, economically. I can even throw in the social part of it, because Sylvia channel is still running. She didn't have to shut it down. It's still monetized, so she's still in a win-win situation from that. So in other words, it's like showing her losses. Showing her losses, that's all. And that's all you have to show, Sylvia. That's all you have to show. If your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, just like I said at the beginning of the show, then put all your money in your basket and go do what you got to do. But you and I both know that we have seen a lot of people on court, all these court TVs and stuff, that Judge Judy and shit, walk up in there, not prepared, can't show where they done lost $800 a month, and they can't show shit, nothing, and plan on winning a defamation case. Judge Mathis, he run the best defamation cases ever. I ain't gonna lie. I used to watch his. I'd be like, oh, well, okay, are you sure, Judge Mathis? But, she said I was bald head all week. Now I'm at school and everybody calling me bald head and I can't go to school no more. And know what Judge Mathis said? Suck it up. Tell him to kiss your ass. And get the hell out of my court with this BS. I'm just saying. So, I'm glad to know that with the endurance of Sylvia traveling back and forth and taking these verbal and whatever actions of beat down that went towards her, and she still stood her ground on it, that's a kudos. That's good. Good job. Well done. Because she didn't fold. Sylvia ain't folded yet at all. Hell, she's still popping up at court when she see that this girl is sending her on a wild goose chase. That girl sending Sylvia on a wild, making a goddamn mockery at it. At some point, I'm done traveling the world. I got an attorney to do this shit now. So I'm going to have to let my attorney go handle this, because right now, it's messing with my profit. I'm losing money trying to show up at court with some on a wild goose chase. I'll let my attorney go do it, because I still got to pay an attorney. So if you ask me, how is it that Sylvia is losing money from doing her podcast and her show and paying an attorney out here on a wild goose chase? That's a double loss, in my opinion, to Sylvia. To Sylvia. That's just how I feel. I'm not finna lose no money. I'm going to pay one category. That's the attorney, while I continue to stay over here, and I'm going to make some money and continue to make my money over here. I'm not going to let nobody jeopardize my freaking business. That's not going to happen. I'm going to pay you. Go handle that. Go handle that, because this girl is on this. She on a gone airplane wild chase out here. She doesn't give a two hoots. Hollywood don't give two hoots about what the justice system is saying. She don't care that they ordered her to show up. So you have to let them deal with her. Deal with her. Yeah, I know, Sylvia. I know. I see you broadcasting yourself. I see it. And there's nothing but respect for that. But at the same time, don't let nobody run you from your money. I don't care who it is. I don't care what you got to go through. Pay somebody. You paid your attorney. Let your attorney handle all of that. Stay on your money. Because once you're done with your attorney and that attorney is gone, see, it's not your attorney that's sitting there helping you make money. It's your attorney that's sitting there waiting on you to give them the money. That's all I'm saying. And I pray and hope that you do have one of the best attorneys that can prevail your outcome of false imprisonment with having your name expunged. I manifest that. No doubt. No doubt. Then you can prove that in the court of law, that Hollywood came out here and was screaming things about your provider. It has to strictly be about your provider. She said that you got a stinky house, or she got this. And I'm gonna take it a step further. Or she said that you got doo doo on the floor, or she says that you got bank robbers or whatever sitting in your house. And that judge gonna say, well, is that true? And then you'll probably reply, well, no, that's not true, but it damaged me. Is it true? But it damaged me. I can't get any people to come. I can't get this. She hurt me financial income. Somewhere there will be a battle out that once you can prove that by showing that your income has not made a increase based on your provider and what you do, then you may end up getting some type of monetary damage award for that. But it has to come with the proof, and it has to align with what the heck Hollywood has defamed you on. Now, but her calling you, she bald head, or she got a hair full of gray, and your clientele dropped off. There's no, where's the argument? It's hard to find an argument right there. So, but you listen, Sylvia. I may talk my stuff that I talk out here, but I also know which way I'm smart enough to sway, right? You definitely have your fight, your argument with the city on that false imprisonment. And with that, and since you just got the case disposed of in your favor, I say 1,000, go after that. But that's where I would start. That's just if I'm looking to get some. No, not we all bald head, Sylvia. I'm bald head right along with you. We're in the bald head club. No, Sylvia, you got to follow me on this one, Sylvia. No. We all in the bald head club. That's all. That's all. Of course, she thinks it's funny. She doesn't have one. I'm gonna tell you why, Kim, that Hollywood do not take this very seriously, because she's residing in a different jurisdiction. That's it. That's all. That's a no-brainer. She's in a different jurisdiction. See, Hollywood ain't never got to come back to Chicago. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's not her designated and permanent address. She does not have a home there. Her children is not stable. You know, so she can play with the system. It's like woman on the run. She don't give a fuck. What are they gonna do? This kind of equate this with the what you call Shanquella case. I hear all of these people on this news, but their news broadcasting is in the United States. And Shanquella incident happened over in Mexico. Let's equate it with that for a minute, right? All Mexico is asking is for people to put up the money. Mexico is not putting up the money. These people need money to end up having attorneys to fight between two different jurisdictions. That's hard. That's a lot of money. So is the Shanquella family are they gonna come up with the money? Because the faster that they can come up the money, the faster they can get Mexico on board with bringing the accurate charges to these people that should be charged of that girl's murder. However, there's a delay in that case due to financial standings and jurisdiction. Now, if you take Hollywood and Sylvia, neither one of them are from Illinois. But Illinois put this charge on Sylvia. What Sylvia has done now was found the right approach financially by using an attorney to attack the city of Chicago to remove all negative information on her name. But when it comes to Hollywood, Illinois is not Hollywood jurisdiction. So she can fuck and play around with it all she wants to. Is the city of Illinois going to invest the money over to another jurisdiction, the sheriff's Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't, to go and pick Hollywood up and expedite her ass back to Chicago. Is this case a level 5 or a level 10 to do so? Probably not. So what would be the most that they would do to Hollywood is when it comes to her driver's license is put some shit in the system with their fine. So when she gets ready to renew her shit, it's probably gonna come up. We can't renew your license. You have this big fine or you have to appear. Because the systems do work with the systems in every jurisdiction. It'll block your ass some kind of way. It'll block you. It'll definitely block you. So that's all I'm saying. And I give all shout outs to Sylvia for going to get her name cleared because she is entitled to have that cleared based on the false imprisonment that the Illinois state put on her under false allegations. But Sylvia won that case. That case was disposed, as you guys says, in Sylvia's favor. Now, here comes the defamation of character, which is what Dom K brought into the chat. And I'll say it again. Can she win her case on defamation of character? In my opinion, yeah. As long as she has brought all of her situations that has been affected by that particular defamation or that slander. Because you can call anybody a dog, a cat, a horse, or a mouse every freaking day. But how did it affect your livelihood? And if you saying that it affected her livelihood with one situation with her being a provider, and I'm going to leave it there because I know what she's talking about, but I don't have to go all the way into that, and most of you people know what she's talking about. Okay, well, she called me a B. Yeah, but I lost services from being a provider. How so? Now Sylvia's going to have to bring along, well, people stop coming back. People stop doing this. Here, this is what I used to make monthly, but now I'm down to this amount monthly. That's proving her case. But to walk up in there just because you know, with feelings and, you know, she said my breath stink. Well, you know, and now nobody would talk to me because they think my breath stink. And I just want to sue her for $8,000. Really? Uh-uh. 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 So I am going to feel confident that Sylvia has selected the right attorney with the right retainer fee amount, because I have problems with attorneys. I investigate them just like that they do me. I got to see. Because you also have to know the ones from money grabbers and the ones that is really in there to fight for your case. Because you have some up going up in there knowing that, oh, okay, well, this is a silly ass case, but she want me to go do it. Well, let me just pull a number out my ass and charge her for it. Shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Yeah, they can pick her up, definitely, but you have to find people that, you know, these type of court systems, these judges or whatever, that is willing to put in the time and effort on those particular type of expediting warrants, you know. Now, had it been hit and run, and Hollywood wants to keep ditching court, oh, they'd have expedited, they'd have found her and put an expedition case on her quick as hell. It'd have been in every fucking jurisdiction, probably 1,000 to 1,200 mile radius around Hollywood. They gonna find her then. But we're talking about something at this low level, class level of action. You know, they don't expedite as fast as you want them to do. So I'm just saying to Sylvia, you know, count your duckies, Make sure that you put in your duckies exactly where you know that you will have a 99.9% chance of winning your case. Because the worst thing that can happen is losing it, and then as well losing $5,000. You understand? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I got to get my butt off of this live. But I just had to drop y'all the tea on the curb. Hollywood is down, did not show up to court. She called a whole spirit, allegedly, over there to New York. She doesn't give a crap ass about the judicial system. She didn't show up for this allegedly traffic ticket. Really? A traffic ticket where she could have called within 2 weeks, because I'm sure she got the envelope in Chicago. You do know you get an envelope, you get the white piece of paper with it or the yellow one, and then they tell you such and such and such and such and such, or if you must appear. Apparently, there's a fine on it, right? The officer will say, well, you don't have to appear in court, but you can send the fine in the mail or plead guilty or not guilty. You plead not guilty, you will be issued a court date to come to court to plead your case. Somewhere, Hollywood decided that fuck the courts. She didn't want to go. Nope. Any other time, Hollywood was running back and forth for that goddamn Robert Dingawiggy. Now she ain't going. When she could have just mailed the $100 in whenever it was due, right? Before she had to go to court, she could have pleaded guilty and been done with that. That would have been done and over with. She's in a different jurisdiction. She doesn't have Illinois' license. All Illinois wanted from her was her money. She refuses to give it to them. So now, if she don't expeditiously satisfy that warrant that she has for that $100, oh, it's going to increase, Hollywood. Oh, yeah, that's going to increase. Piss the judge off and don't get that damn $100 up in there. Yeah, it's going to increase on your ass for no reason at all, because you won't sit your ass down and write a goddamn check or get you a cashier money order or a postal money order or a check or call in when Hollywood was on that phone with that lady making mockery. Do you know that? Well, no, she couldn't, because she already had been issued a warrant. But before she was issued that warrant, Hollywood could have easily picked up the phone and say, hey, I want to pay my fine. She didn't even do that. So those are red flags right there that this is a lady that does not mind playing with the judicial system. She don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck. She got all the answers. She got it figured out. She got it all figured out. Yeah, I heard of Juicy Love. I was over here cracking up. I was like, really? Oh, really? And yes, during her phone call, she was still making mockery of Sylvia. You know, oh, am I gonna have to take my blood shot, my picture taken, and because these people, all of that. But still, how much weight does that have? Repeating that type of information in the courtroom. The judge some of them are openly welcoming to hear it. Okay, well, let me hear it, because you're trying to use it as part of your case to show what type of character you're dealing with. But at the same time, is it gonna weigh anything in the courtroom? How much will it weigh in the courtroom? Again, like I said, I would love to see Sylvia have her money poured into the priority of her life right now, and that is to have the city expunge, dispose, remove what you guys have done to me based on false imprisonment. I think that is a priority, especially with Sylvia obtaining her lifestyle as a businesswoman. The defamation of character and all of that stuff, I think that should fall in line somewhere secondly, only if Sylvia is prepared to prove to the court where the defamation and slander has hampered her lifestyle. That's it. Gotta be ready for it. That's all I'm saying. Hollywood is now on the run with the Spirit Airlines, traveling from state to state to state to state. She is never planning on showing up in a court of law to have her case adjudicated in her favor. She don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck. Now, I gotta go. Sylvia, stay blessed, stay prayed up, do what you gotta do. It's just that don't, just my word of advice. Yeah, can't. Well, you have your attorney, so your attorney can be advising you way better than me. But as woman to woman, you gotta be careful to rush from judging. I know everybody is for their Sylvia, but sometimes you could be getting the wrong advice. Don't even listen to mine. I'm just stating my advice. Take all your advice from your attorneys, because as much as people tell you that they do love you and we want to see you right, sometimes it could be that person that's steering you down the wrong damn road. And I'm going to leave that right there. Never trust a big butt in a smile every time. We could go around saying I love you all day, but you never know what anybody intentions really are. Stick to what you know and who to listen to on your case. And that is your attorney and your attorney only. That's how I feel about that. And Hollywood, let me know, because I'm going to need a ticket, Kirk. I'm going to Panama, not Panama, Orlando. So if you over there with them frequent flyer miles and shit like that, you getting, cause your ass fry frequently. I don't. As a hook, I don't even know if I want to use your name though, Hollywood. Hell, they might arrest my ass at the airport. That's okay, Hollywood. Scratch that shit off the memo. Fuck that. I'd just rather pay for my shit. Y'all have a good day. Sylvia, stay prayed up like you normally do. And that's my word on the curb for today. Don't forget to hit the like button. Join the channel. You never know when I'm coming. And y'all have a blessed day. I'm out.